What's going on, guys? It's ETA Prime back here again with the NeoGeo Mini, and I want to show you a little mod that I just finished up. If you're not familiar with the NeoGeo Mini, I have made a couple videos. I did an unboxing, test video, and a teardown video. I'll leave links in the description if you want to go check those videos out. As soon as I got my hands on this, I knew I wanted to do something to it. There were two main mods that I mentioned, making it battery powered and adding a lit marquee. I really believe they should have made it battery powered, but I know they wanted to cut costs, so I went ahead and did it myself. I also added wireless charging to this unit. Now this did take a little time to do, mainly planning on getting everything done, and I really didn't want to cut any holes in the unit to add switches. The only thing I had to do was drill two little holes in the second player USB Type-C controller port here, so I could add two LEDs. One LED will notify you when it is charging, and the other LED will notify you when the battery is critically low, so you can go ahead and turn it off, place it on the wireless charger, and get it charged back up. Normally, you have to plug this into the wall with a USB Type-C cable and a 5-volt power brick like you charge a phone with. My first thought was to add some 18650 cells, but then I found a 10,000 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery that fit in here pretty good. So I went with a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. Theoretically, I should get over 8 hours of gameplay out of this. I did some tests before I went ahead and put everything together. And the whole unit with maximum volume, maximum brightness was pulling 0.42 amps. So I should get a lot more than 8 hours of runtime out of this 10,000 milliamp hour battery in here. One of the coolest features that I added here was wireless charging. I do have an LED that will come on, and this battery is fully charged. The little yellow LED comes on and it'll go off when the unit's fully charged, and I have charged this thing for a long time. I do want to get a better wireless charger set up. This one here was actually $5 on Amazon, and I know it's not putting out much amperage because it took me about 17 hours to fully charge this battery. I'm sure they make better wireless chargers, and the adapter I'm using in here is just a cheap Chinese one also. So if I change both of those out, I could get at least 1 amp charge rate. It'll significantly increase the charge time of this unit. I'm going to go ahead and take this thing apart and show you what I got going on inside of here. Now I do plan on doing a tutorial. I have about 3 hours of footage I need to sift through, but it's not for the faint of heart. There's another easier mod that I want to go ahead and get out of the way in the next couple days, adding a lit marquee. This is the Japanese version. The international version hasn't even gone up for pre-order yet, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to get a hold of them when they do, so I kind of want to make a few more videos on this thing. Alright, so here we are. On the very bottom here is the wireless charger. They sell these all over the place. You can get them on Amazon for about $3. It has a micro USB adapter on one side. These aren't great, but it is charging the battery, even though it's really slow. Now the wireless charger is plugged into an Adafruit Power Boost 1000C. The button on the back of these things is a little touchy. I accidentally turned it on when I was taking the bottom off. Go ahead and turn it back off there. I'm going to resituate this camera so you can get a better look at the internals here. So the big old battery is in the back of this unit. It's plugged into the Adafruit Power Boost. From there, the voltage is up from 3.7 volts to 5, and it goes directly into the NeoGeo PCB. Now I actually tapped into where the USB Type-C connector plugs into the unit. I also have a 3-prong micro switch here that's connected to the Power Boost to turn it on and off. It's kind of mounted where the original button on the NeoGeo is. I also have 2 LEDs coming off of the Power Boost. One to tell you that it's charging, one to tell you that it's critically low. So when I press that button, it actually turns the PCB for the NeoGeo on and the Power Boost. So I disconnected all the connectors here, and this is the main board. As you can see, I have the Power Boost connected here. Everything is on the main PCB of the NeoGeo Mini. I actually think it came out pretty good. Now, I didn't want to block off one of these USB Type-C controller ports on the side, but the NeoGeo Mini controllers are going for $80 to $150 on eBay and Amazon, and I don't think I'm going to buy one. Let's get in here to that big battery. Now this is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. I just extended the leads a little bit here just so I could come up and around. And I haven't mounted this battery in here. I'd probably just use some double-sided foam sticky tape, but for now I wanted to make sure it was going to work well, and it definitely does. So if I had to do this over again, the only thing I would change, and I'm definitely going to be doing this over when the international version comes, but the only thing I would change is this part here, the wireless charger. Now, I wish I could find a name brand wireless charger like this, but they're all made by Chinese manufacturers, and they're pretty much all the same, wrapped in different material. Just plugs right into that power boost, board folds right over on it, and it works really good, except for charge time. So all the wire I used is this silicone wire I get on Amazon. I mean, everything that I used here can be bought on Amazon, and I'll leave some links in the description if you're interested. Now, the easiest way to make this battery powered is to get a USB Type-C battery pack, or just a battery pack and a USB Type-C cable, plug it in, and you're portable. You have battery power for your NeoGeo Mini, but I wanted to make it harder on myself and add wireless charging, everything internal, and I think it came out great. So that's it for this video, guys. I really appreciate you watching. I'm going to go through the footage I got while I was doing this modification, and I'll come up with a tutorial if anybody's interested. If you are, just let me know in the comments below. I'll tally it up and see if it's worth putting the time in to get a tutorial out. Really appreciate you guys watching. If you could, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out those other videos I did on the NeoGeo Mini. And like always, thanks for watching.